Well, speaking of Leffen, one game that we don't necessarily have to worry about him competing too much in is Ultimate, based on his comments all through DreamHack Winter, winning the tournament, but along the way saying, I hope I get eliminated. This game is not fun for me. It's certainly fun for MKLeo, or at least people watching MKLeo, who had pretty much. Would you call MKLeo? So he won at Congo Saga this past weekend, while ESAM won at Red Bull Adrenaline. So, but focusing on MKLeo here, would you say that he had? I'm not going to use the word best. I'm going to say most dominant. Is it safe to say that MKLeo had the most dominant singular performance of any esports competitor this year?
That's a perplexing question.
I'm not saying.
You're saying in a single tournament.
No. In the calendar year. I'm not including teams because I think that would go to G2 and League of Legends. I think that they had a dominant year, but MKLeo won so many tournaments as a singular performance.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, I mean there's so many different games that I'm like rolling through my head right now in like a movie reel. I would say that off the top of my head, yes, that he would earn that award. You know, I don't think he's reached the 0 Smash 4 level of dominance yet, but I certainly, because there are many people like Samsora and Tweek and others who are behind him and have their moments where they take it from him. That didn't happen with 0 for a year and a half. But I think that he's certainly, like, it wasn't even a breakout year. I would say his breakout year was a few years ago in Smash 4, but in the first year of Smash Ultimate's life cycle, we're coming up right now on one entire calendar year since it's been released. He has had quite the performance, and it's something that's very admirable. His commitment is admirable to the scene, and his consistency is second to none. And I mean, his ability to claw back from really difficult situations, even when he's like on the loser side of the bracket or when he's had like falter early in the tournament, he is very good at the consistency. He's also like one of the youngest competitors in the game.
Yeah.
So
those Game 4 clutch moments will live in infamy. And
I mean that EVO series
will live on. I should say.
The EVO series against Tweek,
right?
It's like incredible, man. Like
it's like as the game evolved and more characters came in, like MKLeo just got better.
Yeah, I mean, he found a sweet spot with Joker at some point throughout the year, right? And a DLC character. But again, it's you can argue character forever, and that's what people made the argument for in Smash 4 with Bayonetta, but that doesn't exist as much with Smash Ultimate. Smash Ultimate is much more balanced than Smash 4. This is a player. This is him, and it's him being, 1, cool under pressure, and 2, very, very good at the game.
Yeah. What about 2020, though? Do you think... I think the Smash Ultimate scene in 2020 is going to be very interesting. Let's start with this, though. Let's talk about other competitors who, you don't have to give me a top 5, but other competitors that impressed you this year in Ultimate and who might also have the best chance of occupying that top spot in 2020.
I mean, you have to look at Tweek, right? Tweek and Samsora are kind of like right below Leo, in my opinion. They won various tournaments throughout the year. They've gotten impressively better. They have scaled up with him. They've come really close as well. I think kind of their issue is not being cool under pressure in some instances, right? Tweek came really close to winning EVO and then kind of broke down there right at the end in that final. But there are various different competitors that I will look for. I want to see if Nairo has sort of a scaling up resurgence. He's on that sort of like Mango, in my opinion, the Mango scale of like, how much do I influence or how much do I compete? He just signed a new deal with Energy that's 2 years. So he has financial stability as well. ESAM is in there. You know, these are guys who have been around since back in the days of Brawl, in ESAM even in the case of Melee. So I think that looking at that, like, there are these guys who have been here for a while, who have gotten progressively better throughout the year and come close. You've got the younger guys who have been here since Smash 4, Tweek, Samsora, and MKLeo, who are really having great years. But the game is still, it's less, as of right now, it is less than a year old. And I think that looking at that, like, it's the competitive scene is only going to get better as time goes.
Okay, interesting.
And I think that, like, I'm pretty sure there are still DLC characters to come, so there will be game changes that come with them. I think we will see people that are much lower ranked that rise up. in 2020. We will see some people who are probably very new to the game that just started playing in Smash Ultimate and not in Smash 4 also get progressively better. Year 2s in game life cycles are very interesting because we'll see people improve, but we'll also see new people come in.
But also because the newness of the game is gone, right? Now it's
Yes.
a game that has had a year of competitive scene under its belt. So I wonder if the scene overall, viewership, number of competitors, entrants, like for example, will Smash Ultimate close the show at EVO 2020? These are the kind of questions that I'm asking as we go into 2020 for the Smash Ultimate scene.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It depends on what sort of promotion's behind it. No, I don't even have wood to knock on, but I'm not like counting. I'm not counting.
I'll knock on my noggin for you.
I'm not counting on Nintendo to do literally anything because they had the golden opportunity with Smash Ultimate coming
Now,
into
to be
this.
fair, though, Zero has mentioned that Nintendo does a lot behind the scenes that people don't necessarily see. It's not like Riot where it's completely outwardly. You're not buying this. That Zero made a whole video on
I
this.
know exactly what they do. They've provided consoles, they've provided support infrastructure and support and game titles and everything else, but like, and they talk to people. There are a bunch of people who are Nintendo ambassadors, but like, okay, I don't want to go down this giant rabbit hole. I'm not expecting them to get in and support, and this is a guess, this is not a report, but I'm not expecting them to like magically throw it together and now we have a Smash circuit. They had the golden opportunity to do that in 2019, right after the game release, super popular game release, high selling on a brand new console, the Switch, which is probably the best console they've ever developed. One of them.
I love the Switch.
The Switch is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's got fanfare, and Switch Lite came out, and people can play it more. They had every opportunity in the world, and they've not taken it. So at this point, I think that it's about how the scene rallies together to promote tournaments and to continue viewership and less Nintendo. But I am interested to see if year 2 is better than year 1.
One last prediction before we wrap this topic. Facebook. I feel like Facebook might be the bridge. If they're interested in Zero, and Zero does well on Facebook gaming, if I'm and this is just a guess, if I'm a Facebook executive, I look at this and I say, how can we capitalize more on the Smash community? Oh, let's do some research. This scene is a little underserved. The prize pools, the promotion. If only there was $1 billion+ company to come in here and help out. That's my prediction.
I don't know how many boomers we're going to have watching Smash on Facebook, though. That's the audience that exists on that platform. Sorry.
Let us know in the comments below if you will watch any streamers. Or tweet us, ESPN _esports.
Or Facebook us.
Or let us know on Facebook as well.